Hello YouTube. I'm going to show some stuff that I got from the creek the other day. There's some things I'm not sure exactly what I have, and that's not new. This is one. That is a solid piece on top of that. What's confusing to me is the way the light is reflecting off of this surface here. It's like it's metallic, like a metal. You know, when you look at it with the, yeah, you can still see it. I'm not sure what this is, or if I've seen it before. It's definitely on the host rock, which is not that interesting. It's got some stuff inside of it, and there's even a sparkle to it. And you can see the definite lines in there. But that's what got my attention. And I thought maybe the stone was coming up through, the rock, but I think this might be just a piece. Because when you shine a light on it, this whole thing, this whole thing lights up. And you can actually see where the whole piece is. Well, it's always hard when you're trying to show somebody. But yeah, it don't rise through. It's on top. And there's actually black crystals here. I'm trying to figure out what that is. I'm sure there's somebody that will watch this. It's just when I noticed that sheen, that's what really caught my attention, was that. To figure out what this is. It doesn't really look any different wet. It just a deep dark black line comes out here around the edges where it's grown to this host rock. It's not really heavy, but just the fact that you can see the crystals in it, or the crystal formation, or whatever you would call that, being like that before. Now I do think I have seen rose quartz shine out like that. I'm not quite sure. I also found this piece. They seemed the same, but this is just completely different. This is it's like a waxy, it's like ice, but there is no, it's just real smooth and waxy, and you can see where it was wearing away from the host rock. This host rock seems to be the same color as this one, but they're not. They're completely different. And then this here is definitely not this. This has more of a fluid feeling, like a fluid motion to it, and it's extremely waxy. I liked it. And it's completely different from what I've been finding down there in that creek. So I wanted to show this one, see if anybody had any idea what that could be inside of that. It just, you'd have to see that silkiness. To it. Maybe a common opal. I was watching somebody explain that last night, and I did not know that what is normally called potch is an Australian phrase, what we call common opal. This is where my crystal video came from, the quartz crystal. I had never found anything like this down at my creek. If you can tell, there is still, this whole thing is a crystal. I have thought about taking something and separating it here. It's just like over the time it has been worn down and worn away. But you can actually still find the crystal. First you see the water lines in it. I'm not sure if that's what that would be called inside of this. But then you can see the actual crystal structures down in the protected areas. That's what drew my attention to it when I picked it up in the creek right there. I'm not sure how that's going to come over on this video. I want to show those crystals that they have the perfect shape. When you can see down into the crack itself, and it's completely there we go again with this crazy light. But it just, I'd love to have one of those deals where you could make a sphere. But I'm not sure if that fracture goes through there. I can't make up my mind. I want to put something right here and just see if I could split it. But I don't know if I'd be doing more damage to it. Or maybe I should just wait and test it and see what that would look like polished. I don't believe that's a skin on it. I think that's just where it's been hit. Because I've noticed with these crystals, when you hit them, they will pop white. But I've just never found one so big with the actual crystals still formed inside these. I really don't even want to call these bots because they're breaks. So that's what's making me think that, and it's not, I wouldn't say heavy, but it's definitely quartz crystal. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I feel like putting it in a vise, getting something and just polishing it to see what would actually come of it. Because you can see the structures and things that are inside of it. So it could just be a really old quartz crystal that has been shattered and healed and then somehow made it to the surface. Look, there you can see the crystals I was talking about. That's what got me right here. And curiosity, I think I'm gonna split it because it's wanting to crack right there anyway. I don't know. I'll make up my mind about that. I'm just gonna grab and show. Some of these are already in that video. We had some really bad weather here and some stuff happened. But I really just want to show rocks and talk about rocks today. That looks like quartz crystal running through this. That's going to be really pretty shined up. If you can see down into that. All the motion. I know I keep saying I'm going to start polishing my rocks. The weather will warm up and I'll start getting spring fever and moving ahead of myself. But there's no way I can sit on that back porch and in the open and work rock and get soaking wet. I've got to be really careful about getting sick or the things I have to do here at home. It's so strange to me how if I hold this rock, it's one way. If I set it down, but then when I move, watch it glow. It just starts glowing. As soon as I touch it, it goes away. And I'm not blocking the light because it's coming from the top. But as soon as I move, I'll quit touching it and move, it glows. Come in and touch it, it doesn't. It's hard to get a good view of it. See, it's just so strange because the camera don't even see me, but as soon as I touch that rock, it comes in. That glow goes down. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. All right, let's move. I got plenty of stuff. I really enjoyed myself the other day in that creek. Don't know if I helped myself or hurt myself. This is not wet. I believe this is just another crystal. And that is a break. I didn't break it. I found it this way. That's what it looks like. I got spring fever so bad I can't hardly stand myself. I need to get out, get in those woods and that creek. I've got so many things I want to do. Check just light. This stuff really comes out pretty when you polish it. Same with this. Managed to pull out further away. I set my stand up different. It's amazing to me that that rock can catch on like that. That is really a beautiful stone. The details of it are not coming through. I've noticed when you have, it's like white on white. That's what I was trying to show in that video. Trying to get the details of this. It's still really not showing the lines that I want to show in here. Let me try this. Might be a little better. There you can see them a little bit. But you can tell that's inside. It's going to be interesting to cut that. Because it's definitely going. There's all kind of stuff going on inside that. That's always my favorite. Beautiful red rock. It's going to be nice cut, polished. I hadn't decided how I'm going to do that yet. It's amazing how that can just... That's a good solid piece. I believe that's just a break right here, because when I shine through, it's not going into the stone. I hadn't looked at these since the day I found them. I know I did videos on them, but I lifted those pictures off of my video from the Greek. I have been overwhelmed lately. That's why I've been missing. Got a lot to do. I didn't think that would shine through. What I find amazing is that line going through there. And then there's another one here. They're perfect. And you don't usually see that. See, there's one there. See how that line goes here. It's almost like a shift, because there's the line and it's white and black. There's another one where it stops at the line. It's like it shifted from another place. Let's see if we can find one. Trying to find where, when that line, whatever happened, and when it moved, apparently this didn't move, or either this formed afterwards, which could have healed this line or break. Like I said, I hadn't seen these, so I'm kind of seeing it for the first time. But you can see the movement in that. When I picked this up, I was thinking it was part of that petrified wood. And of course, this one got a lot on the video. More than I realized until I seen the video. Because I do like them spots. Just amazes me. See if we can get in there and look at them a little closer. Okay, there we go. You can tell there's actually white spots too. They're all different colors. They're just dominantly dark, so that's what pulls the eye. And then that just seems like some kind of agate that formed in it because of the clearness of it and the color. But one day I'll know. I just like them spots. Move on. This is another one. I remember that I'll be showing stuff. I had an idea of how to get that to do this without blinding everybody. Let me push back out. It just don't seem like that idea is gonna work. But I do like that. And again, it's just, I guess, with me touching it, it brings out I just know what that's going to look like when I polish it. I really need to be down here, but I can't see. But you can see that I'm actually looking to figure out why I took it. This is the one that was very interesting. See that fan motion in there? Which it could very well be layers, boop, boop, boop. But it just reminded me of some of the fossils that I see, marine fossils. But that makes it different when I see it that way. So that could be wood. Just not sure. It likes water quite a bit, actually. See how it absorbs that water really quick. And I just noticed it has a sparkle. Let's see what it looks like up close. I really want to see that. I hadn't noticed the sparkle. That's interesting. I'll test that when I start polishing. Here's the ones I really like. I even like it when it's dry. The movement you can see in it. Especially here. Oh, might as well get it wet now. You can see it try to come in. It is a beautiful rock. That's not a fracture. This is where this side was broken off. No, that is. But that looks more like. I think I like the movement of it. I don't even remember what I found. I know I picked up quite a few things. And I know I did find a nice piece of petrified wood that I've been looking for, and I realized I've been searching those um, sandstone for nothing. I got that piece that I had found that made me start searching that sandstone, and it is petrified wood with the crystals. It's what I've been looking for the whole time. It's something that can be in your face and you don't see it. But that has been my journey. And I don't mind at all, really. I actually like it. Trying to get in on those, of course. If you can tell, this whole thing is made of little spheres. And I just really think this is going to be something polished, because I don't believe I'm going to jump right up and cut it. I'm going to experiment with it, hit a side, because I know it goes through. There's no way that is the outside. It's going to be better because this has a thin layer on it, like a skin. Because the wetter you get it, the better it looks. I want to get a picture of that. I didn't think that would work. It did. Focus. See how even in this here, as it goes down into the stone, it doesn't. That's flat. But it gives the illusion that you're looking down into there. I've really been studying about the chemistry makeup of these stones, and I'm starting to understand more. Just one different element changes the whole definition and color and shape and everything else. But it's a lot of chemistry. I like that one. This one was interesting. I hadn't cleaned these or anything. These are straight out of the creek into my backpack, and now you're getting to see it. This, I just don't know. It's heavy. That's interesting. That's flat. So that is some kind of chalcedony, causing that clear bubble there. That has no You can see it all in there. It's amazing to think that whatever did that come in layers to push that one after the other. Or if it was all just laid at one time, I don't see how it could be, because it would have mixed. Or maybe the big rock cracked and then this filled in. Because I've also been looking at the artesian well and the things it can do and the minerals it carries with it as it moves. And then when they say as it comes up, it starts to cool, and then it deposits those minerals. That's how gold and things like that are created in an artesian well or a hot spring, because it's deep, has time to cool before it comes out of the ground, because it's coming from so far down. That's how the minerals are dissolved inside of the water, and as it cools, when it comes up, they're attracted to each other, like the gold will be attracted to gold, and quartz is quartz. I just thought this was interesting, the red and different colors I can see in it. Let me get it wet again. You can see the different shapes. That round half moon there. And you know what I'm going to do with that. We had some really big storms and had our roof torn up. It was 3 o'clock in the morning, and it woke me up. And I mean, I don't think I've heard it before like that. It was right above us. You could feel it, like the noise. I mean, I kind of want to describe it like when I was young and we'd turn that radio up and you could feel that bass, but it was just different. That looks like a crack there, but it's actually a healed fracture with that. I'm not sure if that'll shine light through that or not. I doubt it. No, well, yeah, that just shows it's got that chalcedony in it. And that's the way it usually is with this stuff. I did have someone look at this and tell me that it was petrified wood, but that can change. It's been agatized, and then of course there's a skin on it, and we shall see when I start polishing it. And that's about to drive me crazy, y'all. I cannot wait to get started on cutting and polishing. And I have almost talked myself into setting my shed up in the back, but I just truly have something telling me I should not be that far away from the house. And if I'm filming, I wouldn't be able to get calls. So I'm just gonna wait. I've had patience. I've been here 5 years. Somebody told me I needed a day off. It's like, yeah. It's like, I appreciate that information. I didn't know that. But It'll be alright. I'm doing my job. That looks like a hole, but it's not. I don't know how to. That is flat. Even though that way it looks like you can. Well, you can see down into it. Lord knows they all look better wet. Lord, my thumb. A lot of people here got sick. We got lucky with that. We didn't get sick. I'm really thankful. They even closed church a couple of Sundays back because so many people were sick. I've been really pushing a really healthy diet, and we do a lot of preventive vitamins and things, and I believe that's really helped us. And if it makes her feel better, then it works. And that we have been in a whole church of people that got sick and we didn't. That's even better. Now, I do believe we may have showed signs of exposure because we had a little sneeze and a little sniffle, but I flat ignored it and I just kept pushing forward, doubled up on my vitamins, and I believe we knocked it out. Can you see how you can see into that? And it's those round little structures. I just can't wait to, in my mind, I'm going to take this and I'm going to polish it. I'm going to even it up, not in a form, just I'm going to keep it natural, but just, have it to where I can move it and shape it on that wheel, not shape it, polish it, just to see what we have.